Welcome back to Just Keeping It Real. How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing on this Monday. More and more, I want to get a little bit quicker with my picks. So I'm going to give you guys my picks, but I also want to give a little commentary as far as what I feel with the Cowboys game yesterday. And I'm going to tell you something just straight up because, this is keeping it real. And so it's really hard to be a Cowboys fan. Let me just say that. It's very hard being a Cowboys fan. Been a Cowboys fan now since I was 4 years old. But when I tell you it is the hardest thing in being a Cowboys fan, it's not easy, right? And we get the most hate ever as a Cowboys fan. So it must be something internally that we love about our Cowboys to get the kind of hate that we get. Let me just tell you, my Cowboys have been on a winning streak for 5 games. Yes, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And most of the teams, if I'm just keeping it real, because I really don't talk about other people's teams, but as soon as my Cowboys lose, I'm getting text messages. I'm getting all kind of hate on Facebook. Somebody got something to say about my team. I knew y'all were frauds, but your team been losing all season. Hello, somebody. I know people that are die-hard Steelers fans, and the Steelers just lost this Sunday. I said nothing. But as soon as my Cowboys lose, it's all of this said. Let's go back to Washington. I know people that love Washington. Y'all know they've been losing. Okay? Chargers fans. I know people, several people on Facebook that I went to school with that are Chargers fans. They've been losing every game. Ain't said nothing. You know what I said to myself? One of my friends, I know they get season tickets. One of my friends actually gets season tickets for the Raiders. And you know the Raiders have been losing for years. They're on a winning streak right now because I think their last game they won by like 30 or whatever, right? I'm happy for you. I'm not a hater, right? But I was saying to myself, my friend, shout out Toya, she got her season tickets, and I'm like, she lives in Las Vegas. I'm like, I know she is like hating the fact that her team is losing. So I was happy when they won Saturday. Wasn't that Saturday that they played? I was happy for her. Like, I'm sure she went to the game and she got to see them get 30 points to zip. Cool, right? Where does somebody give me the grace as a Cowboys fan when my team loses? Or like, does anybody even care? Like, for real, I really don't think nobody cares, right? But it's just, now I'm seeing online we're frauds, we this, we that. None of these teams, let's just be honest, right? I think the only team that could say that they've won more than 5 games straight is the Birds. The Eagles, you guys. I call them the Birds. Is the only team that could say they won 5 straight. And even yet and still, when the Birds lost to who did they play before us? I don't even remember who they played before us, but I know that we were their second loss. Y'all didn't call them frauds. Okay? Then when the 49ers, after they played us, because they beat us up, I will admit that. That's, no cap. They beat us up. It is what it is. But we turned it around right after that game and started winning. We was winning even before the 49ers, to be honest. But the 49ers beat us up, right? We got that hit. I give you guys all of that. They spanked us really bad. And we looked horrible. But yet and still, after that, did not the 49ers go on a losing streak? Did anybody call them any kind of names as a team? No, I was seeing reports saying that they got a good defense. They'll get back on track. Can we get some of those benefits of the doubts as Cowboys fans? Can some of our Cowboy fans ride with us too? Because I was seeing some of y'all last night too. Like, I had to get off of social media completely. And some of the stuff that y'all were saying, like, when you're a Cowboys fan, you need to be a Cowboys fan. I don't want to see you burning your jersey going forward. I don't want to see you throwing your TV, your radio, whatever you got online, because that's a disgrace to our Cowboys. When I watch the Eagles, or the Birds as I call them, right? When I watch their game, because I still watch football. I'm a football lover, a football fan, period. My number one team is the Cowboys, right? But I love football. There's a difference, right? And in sports, because I used to play varsity tennis, one thing I can tell you in sports, you're going to have your good moments, you're going to have your better moments, and you're going to have your off days. What media is not saying, right, is that we had several people that have been out. We have had 11 guys prior to this game that were out. And I'm going to read them off to you. Jonathan Hankins, Leighton Vander Esch. Y'all know who he is. That boy is defensive. He got a neck injury, right? He hasn't been there. I don't know what happened with Jonathan, but I know the game prior, he got hurt, okay? DeMarvion Overshown, you know, he had to get surgery on his leg. He's out. He's another one of our defensive guys. But those are the four main ones that I listed because they're defensive guys. Then in our last game, Martin got hurt. The game we played yesterday, Martin got hurt. Which he defends Dak. He's the center. Like, are y'all serious right now? None of these people were out for these other teams. And on top of that, we had another 10 guys that got flu. They got a stomach flu virus. So put yourself in our players' shoes. And this is not excuses, because that was another thing I was seeing with some of our own Cowboys fans saying, when are we going to stop as Cowboy fans making excuses? That's just being real. Put yourself in their shoes. If you have a stomach virus, do you want to go and be defending anything, or do you want to lay on your couch or your bed and just try to get better? Nobody wants to do that. I'm not saying they didn't have heart to compete or whatever, but it's one thing when the mind wants to do something and the body just can't. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let them ride on this loss, because I put myself in their shoes. If everybody in this world would put themselves in other people's shoes, this would be a better world. Give people the benefit of the doubt. My team is not sorry. We breaking most records than some of y'all teams can't break. Let's keep that 100. Okay? Like I said, the only team that have probably won 5 in a row is the Birds, because they got to 10 before we got to 10. Okay? Not even the 49ers can say they won 5 in a row. Let's just be honest. And as quiet as kept, we're the 3 best teams. But y'all give grace to those other 2 versus us. And that's the sad part. You know what I mean? Because Dak is having his best year, and he still won't get the love and the respect. But it is what it is. At this point, it just is what it is. I love my Cowboys. I'm going to love my Cowboys till I die. Who don't like it, you could kiss, wherever the sun don't shine. And I don't really care at this point. I don't care. But the hypocrisy is very evident. It's very evident. And now I see all these reports about Jalen being sick. He having a stomach virus, but still ain't seen one sports show say anything about the 10 players, including Dan Quinn. So I guess that was 11 total on our team because Dan Quinn had a stomach virus as well. They were trying to put out their best, but no media is saying that. Why? Why wouldn't you say that? Because they want us to look like we're just inconsistent. We don't have the drive. We don't want to win a championship. We want to go a 29th year without getting a championship. If you're a diehard Cowboy fan, we want the championship more than anybody. More than anybody. I think about it probably more than Dak did. That's just, I'm probably being a little extra with that because I know Dak probably wanted too. It's going on his 8th year. I want that for him as my quarterback. I want that for our team, period. So don't get it twisted that we just think we just ride with our team and we just, we got blinders on. I'm not that kind of Cowboy fan. I know what it's going to take to get there because I used to ride with the team with Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, okay, Troy Aikman, Dez Bryant, okay, barbers. Some of y'all don't know about Marion Barbers, okay, those kind of people. So being that I used to ride with those type of people and see the defense that they did as well as the offense, I know what my Cowboys are going to have to take. Those championship teams that we had in the late 80s going into the 90s, that's what we got to do. We got to get it from all circles in order to win this championship. And I believe this is the year. I'm going to put it on out there. I believe 2023 is the year for my team. But we got to be serious. And we got to go talk to some of those old school guys. Talk to the Emmitt Smiths, the Troy Aikmans, the Deion Sanders, the Michaels. We got to talk to all of them because they've been there before us. And if we want to get there, we got to do it. And just do it. And not even talk about it. And if we looking for fans or people on the outside to give us credit, we ain't gonna get it. It's evident. It's evident. I mean, y'all been talking about Dak being MVP. I knew that was just cap. I knew that was just cap. Because I said, watch when he loses this game today. What's gonna happen? Now people say, oh, I seen some actual videos on YouTube where people are already talking about it, which is crazy to me because some of those people that have so much to say right now is gloating about our loss. Their team is like 4-12, 4-13, whatever. It's like, really? Like, really? You talking about my team? Like, you got nerve. You got, like, severe nerve. But anyway, let's go on and get into these picks. I just had to come in to speak my piece because I'm tired of, the disrespect to my team. My quarterback, my team. Did they play a great game yesterday? Hell to the no. I could say that. It wasn't a great game. But there were also factors that were involved with that game. And those are factors that you guys need to know because I don't see the media saying anything about those factors at all. They just jump on the bandwagon. So now they're back on the bandwagon with the Birds and the 49ers. So I guess they just going to push us out. But only us could do that to ourselves. So it don't even really matter what you guys are talking about. It really don't. So for week 16, these are my picks, you guys. And I didn't do great for week 15. Maybe it was a lot on the mind. A lot of these teams been switching up, doing stuff that they ain't been doing. Like, I picked the Chargers in week 15 over the Raiders because we know what the Raiders been doing. And then they go and score 30 points. Like, what the hell? So, anyway, getting into week 16. So, we got the Saints and the Rams. I go with the Saints. Bengals versus Steelers. I went with the Bengals. Bills versus Chargers. I went with the Chargers. You know, I just can't go with the Bills because they just beat us. That's why I did that. I just can't go with the Bills. Like, the Bills got to get abolished because they did that to us. So I'm hoping the Chargers could do it. So I went with the Chargers, and I know they've been complete ass as well. So, you know, what is my choice here? What is my choice? Somebody got to do it. We couldn't get it done, so we need somebody else to do it. Commanders versus Jets. I picked Commanders last week. They were complete ass. So I'm not picking them this week. So we're going to go with the Jets and hope that Zach does what he needs to do and stop playing around. Lions versus the Vikings. I didn't pick a team, but I think I'm going to go with the Lions on this one. Okay. Texans versus the Browns. I'm going to go with the Texans. The Texans didn't do me wrong last week for week 15, so I'm going to go with them again. The Browns, however, didn't they lose? Yep. So I'm going to go with the Texans on that one. I like Stroud, so CJ Stroud, so I'm going to go with him for sure. That young boy is doing his thing, and I'm so proud of him. So Packers and versus the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Packers, even though the Packers lost last week, but they lost by 1. So I'm hoping they're going to have a little bit more fight going into this week. Titans versus the Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Titans. I always pick the Titans when I can because I just overall just love the team. And I think defensively, there are a lot of people that on that team that don't get their flowers. Okay. Falcons versus the Colts. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Jaguars versus Buccaneers. Jaguars, I'm going to pick y'all this week. But last night, y'all was complete asses. Like, I don't even know. Y'all was not flowing with your offense. You was looking just as bad as my Cowboys did. But, you know, I'm going to still roll with y'all. So I'm going to go with the Jags. Cowboys versus Dolphins. Who you think I'm going to pick? Who is my number one? Cowboys, for sure. Bears versus the Cardinals. Bears. Broncos versus Patriots. Broncos. If it's ever the Broncos or the Bears on the list, I love both those quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, y'all hated on him too. I don't know which one gets more hate. Russell, Dak, or Justin. I swear to God, I don't know which 3 quarterbacks get the worst hate. And that's probably why I love all 3. Anyway, moving on. Raiders versus the Chiefs. I went with the Raiders on this one. I think the Chiefs is going to lose. I really do. Giants versus the Eagles. I went with the Giants on that one. Ravens versus 49ers. I went with the Ravens. So that's my week 16. I'll go ahead and put it in the description box of this video. So check the description box so you can see what all my picks are for week 16, okay? So I hope you guys are having a fantabulous Monday once again. And until next time, bye-bye. It's your girl, Charlotte. Make sure if you haven't liked, subscribed, or shared this channel, we need to grow. Okay, 3 subscribers ain't gonna do it. We need to get to more subscribers and more subscribers. I'm putting more and more content on here. Make sure you're checking the community tab on a regular because I'm also putting a lot of content on the community tab as well. It's not just scores. I'm actually putting my opinion on different things that's happening in the sports realm. So make sure that you're checking that out, okay? So until next time, you guys, bye-bye.